China has 1.27 million drones and 200,000 people have driver's licenses. In wartime, it can turn into a drone army instantly. Recently, China released some industry data. These seemingly boring data may reveal the future direction of China's military development. According to statistics from the Civil Aviation Administration of China, the number of civilian drones registered with real names in China last year was close to 1.27 million, a year-on-year increase of more than 30%, and the number of people holding China's drone pilot's license was close to 200,000. This number is only the data within a few months after China began to require registration of drones. There are still a larger number of drones that have not been registered immediately, and some small, low and slow drone pilots have also failed to register. There is no application for a drone driver's license, which means that the number of drones and drone pilots actually owned by China is much larger than the statistics. What are these drones and pilots used for? We can look at another set of data. Although the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan is considered to be mankind's first large-scale war using drones, in terms of the frequency, type and effect of drones on the battlefield, the Russia-Ukraine war, the data is more meaningful for reference. Data published by Russia shows that there are more than 1,700 drone teams and more than 1,500 meritorious drone pilots on the front line. Most of these drone pilots operate civilian-grade drones, especially FPV drones. It was these 1,500 pilots who caused a large number of casualties to the Ukrainian army and disturbed the Ukrainian army's peace. The Russian side has obviously seen the advantages of FPV drones. There are even game developers in Russia who have developed simulated FPV games to attack ground targets, subtly cultivating drone pilots for the Russian army. But in China, there is no need for such trouble. Even if you don't count those unregistered drone pilots, these nearly 200,000 drone pilots can be recruited at any time during wartime and become a member of the drone army. This is huge potential for war mobilization. With China's UAV manufacturing capabilities, it can easily manufacture millions of small UAVs every year. Such a scale has no rivals on the entire planet. Not only that, the military itself is also training drone pilots. Military drones are better than civilian drones in various performances. Based on China's strong drone road and manufacturing capabilities, the People's Liberation Army can also use them around the world. The most powerful small drone. With the rapid development of China's 5G network, and even 5G network, drone operations can even be controlled remotely in the future, which will further reduce the difficulty of forming an army of drones. This scene is easily reminiscent of the United States and the Soviet Union during World War II. As the country that invented the aircraft, the United States civil aviation developed very rapidly. A large number of aviation schools and aviation clubs trained a large number of pilots for the United States. During the war, these private pilots quickly put into the army. These civilian pilots can fly fighter planes with only simple training. According to statistics, during World War II alone, more than 430,000 American pilots were converted from civilians to the military. The Soviet Union, like the United States, adopted the national training model and used aviation clubs and aviation schools to train a large number of pilots. Although the number was not as large as that of the United States, it also trained more than 100,000 reserve pilots for the Soviet Air Force, many of whom he also became a fighting hero. Even now, the number of civilian pilots in the United States far exceeds that of China, but times have changed. Even if all these American pilots become Air Force pilots, they will not get any benefits when facing the army of Chinese drones. Based on the current global development trend of drones, China far surpasses the United States in all aspects. This means that if a war breaks out in the future, China's war potential in the field of drones will be very huge.